Hello, everyone. I'm going to go ahead and talk about the silver rate. I said go in, buy all the silver you can, and we will make the price skyrocket. Well, the price didn't skyrocket. It dropped, although the premium has went up or stayed up. Now, this weekend, I went to my coin dealer and I said, "But buy some JFK and Benjamin Franklin half dollars." They were $10.50 for the JFKs and $10 for the Benjamin Franklins. The price is down a little bit, but the melt on them is under $7 now. Went back and bought a few more world coins. This is a Costa Rican coin from '99. Looks like it's got 3 volcanoes and a ship. Hello, CCC. Just going and doing a really short thing, another Mexican coin. We'll talk about silver rate a little bit. And so far it is not done. That's a 3 pence coin with King George on the front. I went through his, he had a big bag of world coins. I went ahead and went back and bought a few more. That's one of them new pence and says 10 on it. It's 1970. But silver rate seems to have failed to do what they said. 2 shilling coin. Donald Boyum probably like seeing that one. Another French franc coin, like the design. A bit newer, and this one's from Australia. It's 1990. I'm not sure what the 10 refers to. Another 3 pence with King George. It's a 44 World War II coin. Here's a 37 one, which I think was the first year he was in office, or not in office, but on the throne. It's in remarkably good shape. Hardly got any wear. Yeah, I picked up quite a bit of these 3 pence coins. This one's from 1963. Younger Queen Elizabeth. This is a 5 centavos. Wartime Philippines coin. And then here's another 43 during the war, 3 pence. This says 25 cents on it, and it is a Barbados coin. I like the design they put on the back of these on Barbados coins. It's similar to that on a lot of them. This, I think, is an Israeli coin. Maybe. Oh, it failed badly. Stacking perpetrator. Welcome to my live stream. Yeah, it did not. This is a 2 francs one. It's in pretty good shape. These are all for my nautical Mel theme, whatever it is, box of world coins. This is a 55. She'd been in office for, or not in office, but on the throne for a little bit by then. And this is a 38 farthing. It's got King George on it, and I'm not real sure otherwise. Last coin of the bunch I grabbed was this. It's got a star on it. It's kind of small. It's a Brazilian coin, 20 centavos, 86. But yeah, I went and looked at buffaloes and other stuff online. I think you can buy them for about 23 bucks, with the price of silver being 18 something, unless it jumped because the silver market ain't supposed to open until 6, I guess. These weren't very much more than a buffalo. Recently, it's Krugerrand, simplistic design, great mint luster, as you can see. But somebody I work with wants to see one of these because I mentioned it. So I'm going to take it in to work and show it to him. By the way, this Washington, I don't like that. I just don't like it. Anyway, small pile of these world coins to go into the box. But yeah, seems like all that's happened is the price of silver's dropped about $4 or $5 in the contract, and the premium to buy like 50-cent coins. I got a couple Benjis, well, 3 of them this weekend, and they were $10 a piece. So to get an ounce of silver, you're paying about $7 premium almost on that, because $1.40 face becomes 1 ounce of silver roughly on 50-cent piece and quarters and dimes, 90% silver ones. So it didn't really seem to work the way they said. They wanted to see the price of silver hit $40 or $50, and it's not even went that way at all. But the price on actual physical silver has stayed a bit, because you can't buy 1 ounce of silver for the price that the contract says. It's 18.35 or something, I think. I'm not sure what the price was the last I looked, but it's 18 something, and you couldn't buy this for $18. I think these are about 23 something. And when the Buffalo used to have about a $2 premium on the melt cost or the silver price, and now it's 5. Premiums are higher. It just means that the price of the contract and versus the price of the actual physical cost is different, and it's not going to. I don't see that going down anytime soon. Now, my coin dealer had a sack of 28, Ziploc sack of 28 Benjamin Franklins. I bought 3, another guy bought 4, and then this other guy came in right behind me and bought the rest of the bag. So they walked out of the store real quick. Then he'd been, dealer had been pulling some stuff out and messing around, and he pulled out a bag of JFKs. Hello, McDonald Boyan. How you doing? Where was it? Here's a nice old British coin. King George. And it is a farthing. 38. I don't know if these are easy to get in Britain or not. I know they're demonetized now, and I bought several of these 3 pence coins, some with King George on them. And around here somewhere, there are some with Queen Elizabeth on them. It is younger queen. What year is this one? It is a 55. Then this 100 peso Mexican coin. It's really thick. And I'm not really sure how they managed to do this, but it has some reading and then a space without. It's kind of neat. I've got several of them. And I don't know, anybody can tell me whether or not this as an Israeli coin or not. I think it might be, but just by the look of it, but I'm not sure. Sometimes you can tell by the lettering on them. Well, that's Australian. If by working in Stacker was around, or whatever his name is, I can't remember his name offhand. If he was around, he might have something to say about it. This is a 2 shillings coin, Elizabeth on it. It's a good size coin. Quarter of a penny. Wow. Well, they had half pennies and large cents back in the day, and I didn't realize a farthing was, well, it's a small coin, that's for sure. But I didn't know it was a quarter of a penny. But it's about the size of the United States penny. Actually, it's a little bit bigger. This is a copper one, 1981. What I'm looking to do with these copper pennies is fill up a coffee jar. Back when I started, the price of copper had risen enough that it was like about 3 cents per coin. That's how much the copper was worth in them. Now, you can't legally melt them, but here recently it's dropped some, and now they're only about 2 cents of copper in it. Still more value to it than what the actual coin's face value is. Well, this thing, I'm not sure what happened, but the back here in New York State, it kind of looks like someone antiqued the coin, because that's about what an antique silver coin, antiqued silver coin looks like, although it's not silver. I don't know how well you'll be able to see this. This is a 2021 quarter. Look at all the dirt and grime on it already. Seriously, I don't know what some people around here do. You have a 20-cent piece, the Seated Liberty? Why, yes, I do. It wasn't cheap either, OCCC. Let's get back here and pull it out. This is it, the 20-cent. There's no reading on the rim, so that's smooth. It's a bit smaller than a quarter, and on this, I don't know if I can get it to where you can see where it says 20 cents very well. It's right down here at the bottom. Have to tilt it and hope the light catches it to where it will focus. But it's an 1875 S1. Front's a little bit better shape. But this thing was not cheap when I bought it. And that's $115. It's the cheapest one you can get because they made just over 1 million of these. Of this particular one, and all the other mintages, dates plus mint marks, all of them are less than this one coin. Now, my coin dealer had another one. If I remember correctly, he wanted $500+ for it. But I was thinking that's one I think he might want to send that to have it graded. But I don't know that he even does that. And I don't think he's really motivated. He's kind of said that this is like a hobby to him. He still has a shop, and it's been open recently, but I haven't been in a while. Is there anything else you want to see, OCCC? They do have some neat stuff in this box. If I can get it out, that is. Some of this stuff doesn't want to come out. I always look at this coin and just like marvel at how nice it looks. It's a Mercury Dime. There's a couple small scratches on it. 39D. How well you'll be able to see this side. For the middle band. 1776 coins. Well, not US ones, because not colonial coins. I'm not exactly sure where they are, but I have a couple Whittles mites that were made probably before, right around the turn, when Christ was around, Jesus Christ, that is. And the story in the Bible goes that she threw a couple mites into the collection thing, and people almost laughed at her. And Jesus Christ corrected him, said she gave all she had. Meanwhile, some of these other people gave, some of the richest they could spare. I have a couple of them. I have a Roman coin from the 300 AD range. But other than that, I'm not real sure I have anything super crazy. We'll just show this coin again, because old CCC likes this design, and I do too. I'd buy a whole bunch of these if I could get them. The last one I saw was about $15. I don't remember what price it was when I bought this one, but this design is just neat. I like that shield and eagle. And this side ain't too bad either. It's a 1 peso coin. CSA money. I'm not sure what you mean. Oh, what, on this? McDonald? Yeah, I want more of these. The last time he had one, I said, if the guy that said he wanted to buy that don't buy it, let me know and I'll buy it. But it was $15. And then the guy actually came in and bought it later. Said he was going to buy it, and he came back and bought it. Sometimes they'll hold coins for a little while for him, and sometimes they won't. But yeah, 38. Oh, Confederate States. The only thing I have is someone made a copy of it, and it's made out of pewter metal or something, and it says copyright on the back. But I think this is the design that they used for it. Confederate States of America. Now, even they restruck some of these, and even the restrikes of the actual coin are super expensive. And if you got one that's actually, it'll be an old man. This don't say O on the bottom, but it'll be a New Orleans Mint one, and very expensive, tens of thousands of dollars. But this is just a copy one. That's $2. It wasn't very much, but it looks kind of cool, so I went ahead and got it. Throw it back in the box. Oh yeah, I don't know how many were around yesterday when I was talking about this. That CSA one, it's $2 when I bought it. It's made out of pewter metal. It's not real. It's just a copy. This, though, is real. It's a Balboa Panama half crown. Or not half crown, but half Balboa. And it's got great design features on it and great mint luster. This might not be brilliant uncirculated, but it's at least AU, high AU. It's 1961 one. You mean this was $11. That's the one you're talking about. If that ain't it, and you meant the Confederate one, where did it get? Go on to yeah, this $2. It's the copy. I mean, it's made out of pewter metal or something. I don't even know what it's made out of. It says copyright on the shield there. I mean, there's no mistake in it. It's not a real coin. Yeah, $2. In fact, when I bought it, the coin dealer was like, I thought about pricing it for $3, but I didn't think it would sell because it's a copy, and you know, most people don't want copies; they want the real thing. Of course, the real thing of this is a real damn expensive coin. The Balboa was $11. It says $30 on the card, but the dealer said 25% off, so it's $22.50. And this isn't a Balboa; it's a peso, 1 peso, and it's a Philippine coin. Like I said, the most recent one I saw at the coin dealer, he wanted $15 for it. But I like that. That's a nice, bold design. Matter of fact, it'd be kind of neat to have like a throwing piece of metal made out of that, where this was like a knife blade on the end and the two wings were knife blades. You could throw it and stick it in a piece of wood if you were good at throwing. It'd be cool looking, I think. But yeah, these, sometimes I buy the different design coins when I see them all the time because I'm you're running a YouTube channel, you want to have stuff for people to see that they don't see very often. But not going to be very often you see one of these in this kind of shape, probably. I mean, every one I've ever seen before has been, circulated. It's a Balboa, half Balboa. And it's the same amount of silver as a old U.S. silver coin, 90% and 12.5 grains weight. But it's Panamanian. It's really neat. And I saw that and I was like, I want that one. I have one that's a bit circulated, but it's not handy. Where did I put that? There we go. Put that right there. But anyway, like I said, I don't think the silver ray done any good for anybody. It did bring down the actual price for silver. I mean, being able to buy buffaloes now for about $24, I think it was, online, and these weren't much more. What was that price? I was just looking. I think somebody had some for $22.30, maybe, buffaloes, or it might have been $23.20. I don't remember what the price was, but it wasn't real high. But with the price of silver being 18 and change, still over $4 premium. And buffaloes, like I said, I remember them when they were only about $2, only about $2 over the melt, or not melt, but the silver price. It's a bit of a premium. But when you're constitutional silver, half dollars are 20x. And it takes about just under 3 of them. It takes 3 of them to get a full ounce, and then you're a little over. And that's $30. So it's 1 ounce maybe, 1.2 maybe. I can't remember exactly how much silver's in 3 half dollars. It's $1.40 of old constitutional does circulated. That is makes for 1 ounce of silver, but the math starts getting weird once you start adding. You got $1.50 instead of $1.40. Then it's harder to calculate, especially in my head, off the top of my head. But yeah, they didn't do much with the Silver Aid. Price promptly went down right off the bat. This 2022, these are Philadelphia ones, the newest one. The 2 doesn't look like it struck in very well on these, and neither did the I and the N on one of them. It's really pronounced. I think it's this one. You look at the I, and in God we trust. It looks smudged a little bit, and so does the 2 and the P slightly. It's easier to tell when it's in my hand. I'm looking at it than what you can tell through this, you know, what's going to be standard definition live stream. But oh God, my phone keeps putting news breaks on. And it keeps on putting stuff from New York State, and I'm like, or New York City news, and I'm like, I don't live in New York City. Why does this keep giving me New York news? I mean, it's nothing that I need to know right away. But I do like the French franc coins. Design's kind of cool. The walking lady and the sunrise in the background. This one's got some mint luster left on it. It's barely circulated. But I'm making progress on that. I'm probably going to do a video next time I do videos for the putting pennies in the coffee jar. I don't have enough to fill it yet. Oh yeah, I agree. I mean, I don't mind the design like this. You know, my Angelou. I don't really mind these designs on the back. I just don't like this. I just don't like the way Washington looks. His neck looks like a steroids wrestler guy. Um, this is the Sally Ride. I think it has her name on here. Yeah, down here on the rim, it looks like it says Sally Ride. Dr. Sally Ride, yeah. I don't mind that part of these. I just don't like the Washington. I would rather they kept the front like they put on the Washington crosses in the Delaware 2021 quarter. It kind of looks like the old quarter design with the date underneath his neck. He's facing to the left. Ton of errors. I haven't begun to look at what errors there are. But like I said, this strike quality ain't that great around the rim on this one. I'm not liking the Washington side. I do like the errors though, because sometimes if it's a rare enough error and you got one, you got something that's worth something. I've been meaning to look up how many pennyweights it takes to make a gram, because the pawn shops around here and the jeweler that will buy used gold always likes to SLQs, standing Liberty quarters. Yeah, it'd be nice, but they won't. Anyway, he said he'd buy this stuff by the pennyweight. Gold chains, rings, whatever, any gold jewelry, he'd buy it by the pennyweight. Now, he told me when I went to his shop last week and showed this to him, it was 2.5 pennyweight. It's a size 8 men's ring. He said they're a little bit harder to sell when they're that small. A lot of guys have thicker fingers than I did. Then I don't want to try to slide that on. It probably won't come off. I'm not married anymore, so I don't want to wear it. But he said $100. It's a 14 karat one. It's nothing special, but it is probably the biggest piece of gold I have. I have a half-gram gold JFK. It's a tiny chip of a little round I don't know if I can get that out real quick or not. It might be plated too. Hold on a second. Maybe I can get that. I don't buy bills too often, but when I bought this one and done a video for it, a lot of people watched it. So I'm kind of like on the lookout for more dollar coin or bills I can buy. And I got these star notes on my coin dealer the other day. There's 3 ones in it, and it's 375. And I'm like, you know what? I don't have very many notes, but people watch those, so I found a Series 74 $10 bill. That video will go live later. And then this was a mistake. It's a star note, $2 bill. Let's see the price. I think my dealer had been pricing some $1 ones, star note $1, and didn't even look at the bill. Just looked at the fact it's a star note and wrote $2 on it. Oops. It's a bargain for me. Here's an old silver certificate, 35G. I got this in my change and I just kept it. It's beat up severely. It'll never be worth anything. But I found a little gold JFK. This thing is reportedly a half gram. It is definitely JFK. I think it's 100-year of his presidency. It's done in proof style. It is a very, very small round. I'm not sure if it's plated or if it's solid. What does the thing say? And it is 14 karat, which is 585%, half gram. It's 11 millimeters diameter, which, to give you an idea how small it is, I'm holding these right next to each other. It's way smaller than a penny. It's a very small coin. Well, they put this out in 2006. It's American Mint. And it talks about JFK's life slightly. A little bit of stuff that happened during his presidency, and then the fact he got assassinated in Dallas, November 22nd of 63. So that's why we ended up with having the 1964 Kennedy half dollars, tribute to the president's life. And, unfortunately, he died very young. Okay, what's this one? I think I kept this one because it's got 5 3s on it. It's a 81, and I got it a long time ago. What else is in this holder? There's a nice older one. It does have a fold on it. It's a 63A. So we're going back to the time when Kennedy was still alive when this got printed, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Just because it says 63 don't mean it was printed in 63 necessarily. Yeah. And then I got a few $2 bills in this. Had them sit in this sleeve. I think they're all 76. They're all slightly circulated. Yeah, they're all 76 ones. Oh, wait, there's 5 of them in here. There really isn't a whole lot of value to these beyond the, the face value, because they're, got bends and stuff, so they're no longer uncirculated. If it's totally uncirculated, it might be worth $3 or $4, something like that. Now, word to the wise, many years ago, this is if you recognize this holder, plastic thing. It's Littleton Coin Company. I bought a few things from them. They sent these coins on approval, which at the time I bought them were probably priced more than. Hello, Silver Pause 22. Thanks for stopping by. But anyway, you don't really want to buy from Littleton these coins on approval because they're always priced higher than their net value. I mean, I do have a couple pennies in here, I think. Well, maybe not in this particular envelope. One of these envelopes has got some pennies in it. I thought maybe it's this one that are high grade uncirculated ones that look nice. Let's see if we can get the mint luster to pop on this, or if the plastic's going to be a problem. It's a 56. You know, it's a nice coin, but I think the price I ended up paying for it was more than it's really worth. And these reprocessed steel cents, that'll rust rapidly if they come out of the package. Well, this says it's approved. Oh yeah, I can get the light to hit it right. It's definitely approved. Very shiny. But again, if you buy from Littleton and they send you these coins on approval, you're probably paying a lot higher than they're really worth. This says it's 26. Let's see if I can pull the date up on it. Yep, 26. Littleton Coin Company, they're a legitimate coin company, but they're legitimately expensive. So every now and then, though, they will. Yeah, you know, I do, but I'm not really sure where that one is. OCC. See, I have a West Point 96 dime, and I'm trying to remember where it is. But I did buy one. But exactly where it is, I'm not sure. It's not in this. Let's see if I can find something interesting in this box to show. There we go. Went to my coin dealer today, and he still had some 21 peace dollars left. Yesterday he had 4 of them. He had 3 left today. The top expensive one was $150 for it. Yeah, hey, yeah, that's nice stacking perpetrator. I don't even know how many of them they actually made, but he had 421 of these peace dollars. 2 were 150. One was $85. Looked like someone antiqued the metal somehow, so it was messed with. And then the 4th one, he only wanted 65 for it, but it was dirty and worn way more than this one is. This was $125, and I think my coin dealer took $5 off when I bought it. It's a different coin dealer than the one I went to yesterday and actually today. But W cent from 2019, maybe. This is a pretty nice looking peace dollar, 21. Now, let's see. I ordered this online years and years ago, or not online, but through mail, and they said it's a 21. They said it was slider uncirculated, which I don't know what the hell that means. It looks like it's got some circulation wear on it, but although not a lot. And maybe that's what they mean by it. But anyway, at 21, this is a Philadelphia. Morgan dollar isn't real special. The Philadelphia one, they made nearly 45 million of them or something like that. So they made a lot of them. But this was kind of neat. 35. 1935, the last official peace dollar until the 2021, which the mint made. Now, they made them from 21 to 28, and then they skipped until 34 and 35, 2 years, and then they stopped making them all together. Now, this was in a sack of peace dollars. Most of them were 23s. And there might have been some 24s and 22s in it too. It's just a bunch of loose ones. And I kind of looked and looked, said, hey, this is 35. And since the 34 and 35, both years, the mintages of them were pretty low. $1.5 million, I think, was the top, and around $1 million or so of the lower end. Maybe 900,000 of the lowest. I don't remember. I could get my red book out and look up the mintage, but the 34 and 35 are a little bit lower. And if I've been buying 35s and 34s when I see them, because there ain't that many. And so, the 34S, if it's uncirculated, is unattainable. You got to have more money in the bank than I do to buy that one, because I guess most of them got sent out to circulation, and it's uncirculated. You're talking a good $9,000 probably. Here we go. The first year, the vaunted American Silver Eagle. It's an 86. I don't remember what I paid for it when I got it. It's got a little toning on it, but it's an 86. And you can see some of the toning on the upper part of the rim here, if I can get it to focus. Just a little bit. But I bought that, and I said, I want to have the first year of these, if I can get one. Then this looks antiqued a little bit. Turns out, I bought this in 2008. Yeah, when I bought this, I guess somebody thought it was just like a plated silver coin. Well, it's priced as a token for $2. So take it to one of my other coin dealers who has a Sigma. I said, well, the internet is saying this is a 3/9 fine silver round, 1 ounce. He put it on the Sigma, and it tested out at 3/9 silver. So this thing is actually, this is probably my biggest score, because you bought it as a token for $2, and it's really a 1 ounce silver round, and low mintage too. I think it's 50,000, and then they made a proof one that they did 20,000 for. So it's a very low mintage piece, either one. And I guess that's his years of life. Yeah. Thanks. That helps. That helps a lot. Yeah, the 34, but the 34S is worth more uncirculated, I think, than that one is. But a lot of them early peace dollars get pretty valuable when they're uncirculated, because I think the 34S, they just threw most of them out to circulation, and very few of them are at mint state or lower, or not lower, but AU. It becomes a pretty expensive coin. Now, on common circulated dates, it's not really worth that much. Statue of Liberty, silver, $1. That's a neat design. I like these. I have a few of them. I have a proof one somewhere. I'm not exactly sure where it is at the moment, but I wanted to go ahead and show the little gold piece, JFK, 1/2 gram, which I'm fairly certain they're both the same 14 karat. I'm pretty sure this is more weight of gold than what this was. In fact, when I bought this, it said 14K, $11. And he did the math and said that's all it's worth, basically melt price. I said, okay, I'll buy it anyway. I mean, if you can buy a piece of gold at melt, why wouldn't you? That's kind of how I felt about it. Ah. All right. Let's go ahead and put this back up. But I do like to buy silver, but it's kind of frustrating for people to do like what they call a silver raid. We're going to push silver up and it's going to go to $40 or $50, maybe $100, and it never happens. That, you know, there's just resistance to getting there. But, you know, when they're buying physical, thinking they're going to change that contract price, that's probably not going to do it. Because the contract's determined by traders, and right now traders are running scared from everything because stock market's in a tailspin almost. Went down quite a bit this year. But as long as you, I mean, if you haven't gotten out of any market stuff you're in right now, you're probably better off staying, because get out, then you got to decide when you're going to get back in. And a lot of people, they don't get back in. They just sit there and, well, I'm afraid to get back in. And then it rises back a long way. And then, you know, I mean, I'm not a financial advisor, but I can only speak to what happened in 2009 in my 401k. Took a big dive from towards the end of 2007 all the way through to 2009, and like, I think it's March 9th or something like that, it bottomed out. In fact, during the whole time I didn't really change anything I was doing. I just left it because it fell so far that I can't change that now, but I still have all the shares. And so when they went back up in value, and about a year and a half later, my balance was higher than what it was before that drop. And then it's higher, you know, since then. But it's like it never happened it only took about a year and a half. So this current market craziness might reverse itself and start going back up again sometime. And when it does, once the share prices of all the stuff you've been buying gets back to that share price, you're whole again. Especially if you got stuff that's paying dividends and capital gains along the way, because all that stuff adds more shares to your total. And like I said, I'm not a financial advisor. Yeah, I actually sold a couple circulated pieces back in 2012. Some worn out coins that I just want a little bit of cash out of it. Now, I did take that one Morgan dollar, the 21, and I had a peace dollar. If I remember correctly, the one coin dealer told me he'd pay me $28 a piece for him at that time. And I had a Silver Eagle. I don't remember what one it was. Had some toning on it and stuff. And he said he'd give me, what was it he said? I think he said $40, but I only had the one Morgan, one peace dollar, and the one Eagle. And I'm like, I don't want to sell these, even though the price is high right now. And, so I didn't sell them, but I did sell him a few 50-cent coins and some quarters and maybe a few dimes. Didn't add up to a whole lot. Didn't make much of a difference in my collection, really. I've been meaning to dig out these one coins to talk about because for a while I was buying these coins. The first one they made was the 25th anniversary of the Man on the Moon, and it was Marshall Islands coins. But unfortunately, they said, yeah, you buy these, they're legal tender in the Marshall Islands. Well, I guess somebody went to the Marshall Islands and tried to spin them, and they wouldn't take it. They said, it's not legal tender here. You can't spin that. So there's a lawsuit, and they stopped making them. They're basically copper nickel coins. They did make some in silver though, 1 ounce silver ones. I think they made like a third ounce silver one and stuff, but the 1 ounce silver ones they put a $50 price on. That was the face value of the coin. And 1 ounce silver, to ever get your money back if you bought them because you paid face value on those, that silver would have to go over $50 before someone even give you $50 for it, because they know it's not legal tender and you can't really spend it. Although the 1 ounce silver ones, they have the silver value, which the other stuff doesn't. I mean, when it's copper nickel, it doesn't have any value, really. I can't remember how much a melt value of a coin like this is. I mean, granted, those Marshall Islands coins are about the size of this coin. They're pretty big, but they're copper nickel, just like this is. I bought this one a couple years ago, probably from my coin dealer for 50 cents. Got a couple more of them this weekend for 20 cents because he had a humongous bag full of world coins like these. And 20 cents a piece. Well, I picked through and grabbed a whole bunch of the bigger coins Saturday, like $7 worth. And I went back and bought just under $4 worth of them today at 20 cents a shot. And none of these are as big, really. But some of them are neat looking. And I'm like, why not? I'm trying to fill up that other box with world coins. So anyway, I went for a little while here, and I bet some other people are going to stream later on tonight, and I want to clear the board for them. So 19 cents melt for a quarter. That's important. That's important news. That's pretty funny because if that's what it truly is, it's only worth 6 cents more than what the metal it's made out of is. So the United States government's spending a lot of money making these damn things, and they're not worth hardly any more than what the metal is. Of course, the price varies because nickel went up a whole lot a while back, and I haven't really tracked it since then. I think it leveled off, and I think it's dropped a little. Copper went up to, quite a bit, enough to make copper penny 3 cents of copper, but it's down to around 2 cents now. I don't know if I've seen that one, old CCC. I might have to go try and watch some more of your videos. I've watched some of them, but I've been watching Frosty's lately because he does a lot of shorts, and you can get in and out of that in 30 seconds and see what he has to say. He's got some neat content. He seems like a cool guy. C4 Macho 333. What are your thoughts on the U.S. amendment for early submissions for the Morgan and Peace dollars and the proofs? You talking about the 2021s? The 2021 coin, I never bought one. I mean, they started out at like $140 or some such to buy them from, and they've went up a little since then because my coin dealer had some, and he wanted, I think 160 was the cheapest one, and I think one of them was 180 or 170. And some people sent them off and got them graded and stuff, and I think they go for even more. But they didn't make very many, and that's kind of created, rarity. And when it's pretty rare, a lot of people want it. the price will go up some. Once it gets to the point where people are, I don't care about those anymore, the price will drop probably. So that's why I'm not buying one of those. Oh, the 2023 proof that they're thinking about doing, have they actually done it? Are they going to do it? Because I know they were going to do it. They said they were going to do them in 2022, but they didn't do them. So will they do them? If they don't do them, then it don't matter. You know, because, you can pre-order a coin off the mint, and then the mint says, well, we ain't making it, and refund your money. It's like, well, I didn't get what I wanted. I'm not happy. But oh, it's 60 from the mint? I couldn't remember what they wanted. I thought it was higher than that, but I like how this glass stone makes a kaleidoscope effect. And this one does too. They're kind of like pirate themed stuff, along with the pirate style chest, treasure chest. But anyway, pop that on there for a minute. I don't think I'm going to go live for a whole lot longer. It's getting a little bit later in the day, and I need to do some other stuff because I got to go back to work tomorrow. Might have a training, so that's going to be a fun day. So anyway, I hope you all have a good night. I'm going to get on out of here and clean this mess up, and I'll see you next time. Probably stream again next Friday, maybe. I got some videos going live this week, several different ones. So I'll see y'all later and have a good night.